Oh, it's all going off this morning. It's madness. It's madness. It's busy and crazy. It's an unconventional, not parkrun day. Hello, Nick. How you doing?
Hello. I'm worrying whether I have potato internet or not, because for me it wasn't dun 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 dun. It was like dun 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 dun. So you have to let me know
when
guys,
I go live,
I'm potatoey.
Or a slight delay on what I'm saying. Hello.
Hello. No, I waited then.
No. Don't panic me. Yeah, when I go live with the gimbal, I have to tap for sound, and it jolts and takes its time to sort of kick in and dry through. Hello, everybody. Your name is Nudge Nudge. Where's the tear pun in that?
Oh, I've run out of them.
Hello, everybody that's joining. How are you doing? Hope you're doing okay. What lockdown day is it now? I've lost track. 19 says at the bottom. Come on, Danny, wake up. Yeah, I'm sat at a really funny angle because the sunlight was blasting me on the lens. You couldn't see me properly, but I have lit my face beautifully. And Dolly's on my lap. She's just been pestering me for 20 minutes. She always does this. She pesters me for attention before we get going and get ready. And then, look, okay, I'm basically just a washing platform for her now. I've got a bit of cereal in my teeth. And sorry, and then and now she just wants to snooze, and so I've got to sit awkwardly for the remainder of this live. Anyway, how are people feeling? How are you doing? How are you doing, Nick? How are you feeling?
Look, better now. I've changed my name.
Terrible nudge. Yeah.
So
okay.
to tell me off, I'll be a bit more organised next time.
Okay.
With my tear puns.
Am I allowed to ask about yesterday?
Oh yeah. So it was Ben's birthday yesterday. So that was a bit hard being in lockdown, because normally I go for an epic run. So I run to our special place, Armscliffe Crag, and back, and it's a long run. But obviously on my own with Poppy, I can't do that. So we went to watch the sunrise there instead, and took some little teddy lions, because we're a lion family, and it was lovely. So yeah, coped better than I thought I did.
I think most listeners will understand and know who Ben was. Obviously, I'd like to take it as read and granted. Amanda Murray Hind is saying hello. Rachel Bentley, Callum Burrell, Anthony O'Brien, Zahir Mahmood, Steve Milne. Hello, Steve. Emma Shaw. And the comments jumped. I wish they didn't do this. Come on, StreamYard, sort it all out. Morning, Nudge and Danny, and all the fans. Hope everyone is okay. Do you know what? I felt really angry and annoyed this morning. And I know you want to hear positivity, you want to hear good stuff and great things. I'm not in a good mood, and just wound up and annoyed and angry at everything, the futility of this scenario that we're in. And I'm trying to stay upbeat. And I notice that people's, even with, we're trying to keep this pod going until we can reach the bit where the UK comes back. And it's going down. It's hard to keep investing time in things where people are just, not just us, drifting away with the attention of a lot of things. But on a positive note, parkrun stuff has happened, and it's exciting. So we woke up this morning to some very good news. Now I've got a bit of news for you, Nicola, that I'm going to reveal in a second. That I haven't told you. So a few more shout outs to the usual people. Kerry Lathwell, Dave Salby Williams, everybody just saying hello that's watching. Ingrid Botha, looking forward to a recreation of the world record at Parramatta. So of course that's what's happened. If you're not aware this morning, because obviously it's gone off on social media with the parkrun channels, people are just saying hello. People saying morning. Right, we're just going to skip all the comments because they're all basically saying hello and good morning. Hi guys. So Lauren Reed, who apparently originally Scottish. I've been in touch with her. I have already.
Oh, nice. Good work.
Half an hour ago. And I dropped her a message and said, hello, Lauren. Congratulations, first off. And I'll give you a quick brief rundown of what the interactions. I said, well done, etc. Would she come and have a chat with us on a live? And so that, I guess we could take the audio and put it in the podcast. She says, thanks so much for reaching out. Congratulations. It's 9:45 over here at the time she was replying. And she's in Sydney.
Partying, celebrating.
Celebrating. The elite athlete, isn't it? So I expect she just, that's the way, get up early, run and go to bed early, rest well.
Well, she's got a 2-year-old, so she probably needs to sleep.
That too, yeah, she does. Does have a 2-year-old. I'm actually Scottish. She's originally Scottish, but all her family is still there. She's been in Australia for 15 years now. But we're going to touch base and sort that out soon. So I'll be communicating with her after we've done this, and I will go. It might be tomorrow that we do the video live. Again, whatever is best for her, we work that out together. And then, of course, you can just strip that audio from here and pop it in the pod if you so wish.
That'd be amazing. Yes, please. We would love that.
So thank you to you and Mark for doing the pod for the meanwhile, while I try and invest all time and energies on our diversifying into the video side of things.
How are you feeling about it? Are you missing it, or are you coping? Are you like, I need to get back, and they're doing it all wrong, and I need to get back in there? Box Hill isn't in London. Or are you or are you coping?
Box Hill isn't in London. It's a Surrey Hills.
Totally in London, but I'm sure we'll talk about it.
No, that's fine. It's just simple. It's a fact. As a matter of fact, there's no argument about it. It's not. Surrey Hills is not in London, and it's sort of near-ish, but it's not. And no, am I missing the pod? No.
Oh, that's well done. You can have an actual break then.
Well, I'm not having a break though. The thing is, I don't.
A break from the pod.
Yeah, but I'm still listening and looking at the news that's going in and putting the emails across and communicating with the emails and everything. So I am not having a break, really. So please don't people get confused about thinking it's a break, because it's not. And I'm doing this because, of course.
Oh well, come on, stop. We can do the emails. Let it go.
No, you can't. You can't.
I didn't share the show notes with you because I thought if you had access to the show notes, you'd be looking anyway.
Sea shanties. Hello to Helen Reese if you're watching. Loving the sea shanties. If you've not seen the sea shanties already, guys, please go and have a look on our Facebook or YouTube channel and give it a like. I think they're brilliant. They're fantastically well made. Thank you to Helen Reese and Stuart Harding for a bit of baritone on the Mark one. There's more to come, apparently. Helen says there's more in the works. I was checking.
And happy birthday, Stuart.
Happy birthday to Stuart. Absolutely. It's all the birthdays going off. I think there's a bunch of other people having birthdays today.
Elliot yesterday, yeah.
Elliot Lyon yesterday. Andy Nichols. I think he was Melton Mowbray asked me to go and do the Melton Mowbray yesterday. Michelle Craker has hit the angry emoji. What have we done? Is it because we wish people happy birthday, Michelle?
Maybe maybe it's like sympathetic anger, because you said you woke up feeling angry and she's like, yeah, okay. Let's be angry.
Yeah. I know I want to remain positive and happy and jolly and everything else, but
it's important not to pretend, and you can't always feel like that. And so, yes, be honest. When you wake up feeling rubbish, then you feel rubbish. That's okay.
Yeah, I'm not big on disingenuousness, and so I think I just want to try and reflect the feeling. And when people are happy generally, like the mood of 2012 Olympics, brilliant. Mood of the UK 2021, not so much. Michelle Craker, she's playing around. Look, morning to you both. Angry face kiss. Hello, Michelle. Angry faces. Right. Some good news. Yeah, David, yes, you've been commenting. I wanted to bring this up. Lovely Dr. David Irwin, who gave me a bottle of Bailey's this time last year, where I went to, was it Irchester? I think it was. And I didn't get to do the interview with the event director. He said, I can't wait to listen to the interview. And I said, I'm not doing the pod this week. And it was the day before I went to go and see my granddad for the last time, because then he passed away a few days later. But David gave me a bottle of Bailey's and just randomly he said, here, I have a bottle of Bailey's. And I loved it. What a fantastic, kind gift. But he's been vaccinating all week. Hopefully the vaccinations are going all okay. He keeps popping in to say, I can't be live with us right now. Can't be doing the gimbal lives because I'm vaccinating. Yeah, and rightly so that you're flexing that. Well done.
Please stop vaccinating for a minute and watch the lives. Said nobody ever.
Forget about the coronavirus. Exactly. Yeah. So big up to you, David, and all the doctors out there. I hope it goes okay. I hope it isn't going to go wrong in terms of how they're putting it into hubs and taking it out of the arms. Are you feeling what I'm feeling?
I'm just hoping we follow the scientific evidence, which says, don't have this long wait for the second vaccine. Please, can we change the policy? Let's have it 3 weeks later. Let's not mess it up.
I'm slightly worried that when they have everyone is spaced out into lots of GP surgeries and everything, and putting it all into one big place. I'm still a bit cynical. They're doing it in Epsom race course because, of course, it's Jockey Club, and Jockey Club has got Dido Harding, and Dido Harding is in a position. And I'm wondering about they're trying to funnel the contracts and money there. And you're thinking, hang on, you've got pharmacies out there, GP surgeries who are well versed in it, nurses who can do that, bang it out, got all the records of all their people really quickly. And now they're trying to funnel it into one big place to go, right, we're going to make this really quick. I'm like, I don't know if you're going to muck it up by doing that.
Well, I tell you what, I'm thankful for the weather. Although it is cold, it's sunny and dry, because I keep seeing all these pictures of all these 80-year-olds queuing outside in the cold. At least it's dry. You know, if it was wet, then my little heart would be breaking. So can it stay dry?
My dad had his yesterday. I asked Mum, which one was it? Is it going to be the AstraZeneca one, the Oxford one, the Pfizer one? I don't know which one it is. Because I need to know, because hopefully it's the one with the Bill Gates Microsoft chip in. Then I can hack into my dad
and track where they are.
Make sure they're not going out inappropriately. Hack into them, remotely program him, tell him a few football scores via Wi-Fi, that sort of thing. Bill Gates will obviously come in and help me out. Yeah, all that sort of thing. So, but yeah, I'm great to hear that my dad's had his first one. Hopefully my mum will follow suit a little while later. Obviously, Dad's he's actually 10 years. Dad's 10 years older. Because both of our parents had theirs yesterday morning, so that was good. But I didn't realise there was such an age difference. There you go. Sea shanties are amazing, aren't they? Just, I mean, the amount of creativity that's untapped in parkrun world, there's so much out there. It's amazing. It's brilliant. I mean, I'd love to be able to give it a little platform. I mean, I don't think it's profiled enough. Right, let's have a quick look through all this too. But yeah, big up to Lauren. I have been trying to find, now, did you manage to find, I want to try and find the Strava segment.
Danny, I can't look while we're live because my internet will crash.
Shall we have a look and see if we can find it together? Shall we do that? Share the screen, Danny. Okay, let's have a look. Application window, Chrome tab, segment explore, Strava. Boom. Right. Can we see that? Yes, we can. Let's big it up. Now, what do I do? Where do I go? Now, you said that the segment's called Patos. So, excuse me. Yeah.
I took a screenshot earlier, or no, somebody had posted a screenshot of like all of the, I don't know if you can see my phone.
Jonathan Rourke did it. Yeah, Jonathan Rourke found the account.
Crowns that she had. So I was saying, if you search for one of the segment names, obviously not the one titled Parkrun, because you're probably not going to find that, but the one there's one called Patos Parkrun W. So I was saying, if you look for that segment and look who has the crown for that segment.
Right. I've done that though. Is it Patos with an apostrophe, or is it just Patos?
Yes, with an apostrophe.
It's not coming up. Look, can you see that? So I'm whacking the mic with my hand. Patos Parkrun W. I really wanted to try and find it, but that's not Sydney, because it was done in Parramatta, which is Riverside in Sydney. I've never done this thing in Strava before by looking for the segments. Virginia? Well, that's nowhere near it. What am I doing wrong? You said explore segment search, right? Yeah, I've done an athlete search.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's going to work. It's just an idea. Oh, I've got my heating on and I'm sat next to a radiator and it's so hot.
How about if I do Parramatta? Will that perhaps work? I don't know. I've never done this before. I'm sure this is riveting live viewing right now for people. Come on, Mike.
Surely somebody can just send us a link to Strava. That would be better.
Why is it spiraling round and round and round? Parramatta Parkrun. Let's have a look.
Or why don't you could always search by area, just drag the map, you know.
So that's what the course is. I went to see what the course is like. So Bruce Fordyce tweeted us. Everybody hopefully knows who Bruce Fordyce is, the Comrades legend. He said that they had a sharp uphill finish. He said, so congratulations for the record. But looking at the photographs on the Parramatta Parkrun Facebook page, from what I had a look earlier, it seems to be a fast, flat grass finish now. It seems to be quite a fast start. There's lots of photographs on their Facebook page worth having a look if you're really intrigued about it all. Thomas DeCanto, he's got 14:25 there. Is it recorded? There we go. Got it.
There she is.
There she is. Found it. Number 9. Joint 9th. Look at that. Body of an athlete. Who would have thought? But there's Lauren. We'll be chatting to her hopefully in the coming days about what she did. So it's a public account. Yep. She was paced. People are asking, was she paced? Because there's unknown people in positions 1 and 3, if I'm not mistaken, on the results. Yeah, of course. I do believe she was paced. What am I doing? where are we? Can we see this? Right. So first kilometer. Hang on a minute. That's our warm down. If I just clicked on a warm down, yep. Sorry, her
Cool
warm down.
down. Lauren Reed, you are amazing. What was that title, Danny? Was it titled Warm Down?
Warm down. Her warm down, which I accidentally clicked on, was 24 minutes. That's very relatively.
24 minutes cool down. Wow.
There it is. But hang on. Okay, so you're saying she's correct on what she titles things. Excuse me, Nicola. Can you see the spelling there? So
there was also a space in cool down. So,
we can't go by her as authority on these things. Parramatta Parkrun got the world record for parkrun. Love heart. Look at that. 15:45, 3 minutes, 7 seconds per kilometre. And if we look at the profile of the course, elevation 0, 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, dips down, -5. I wonder if that's net down. Not that it really matters, and it's not particularly accurate with the GPS anyway. But principally, look, flat. And then her splits 250. She's gone off very, very fast and hard. Wow, sub 15 pace.
It looks like an out and back, though. Is it not an out and back?
Shall we have a look? So there's the first kilometre.
It can't be net anything, can it, if it's an out and back?
Oh, good point. Yeah.
It starts in the same place. Unless you dig a little hole as you're going.
All right, Dr. Forward. Yeah, you're correct. 250 gone out really fast. I mean, what is that? It's 14.
That first kilometre is incredible, isn't it?
14:10. That's 14:10 5k pace. 309, 306, 318, 315. So tied up a little bit in the latter part. But of course, I think it's because that goes down. I guess I'm slightly down, looking at the speed, and then slightly up or whatever. But either way, it's an absolute blast. Congratulations to Lauren. That's just stupendous, and that's amazing. Big it up. Congratulations.
Crazily good.
And it now raises the bar. And so there you go. Over to you, Hayley Carruthers and Charlotte Arter, the former record holder at Cardiff, which is done. It's always done in around January, isn't it? Yeah, it happens around this time of year. The ladies' record tends to go. Well, I don't know what it is. And then Olympics, you heard the Olympics may not go ahead.
2021 may not go ahead. I think everyone was like, well, it'll be back to normal. I'm not sure anything.
Yeah.
And I mean, the Olympics has already, fine, it's been postponed, but it was meant to be last year. It's not. Yeah, let's not get into the politics of athletes and working towards getting ready for a specific point. The world's topsy-turvy at the moment.
Yeah.
But it is interesting that it's the same time of year for the women's record to have gone, because fair enough, if it was in the same country, these are completely different
seasons.
Not weather systems. Thank you.
Seasons.
So really interesting. Why this time of year? Something magical about it in Parkrun World.
Cool. Is my lens going a bit fuzzy or something? Why is it? Am I going a bit? Oh, it's the sunlight's coming in.
Look at that lovely sunshine.
It's blowing the lens out.
I dare you to complain about the sunshine. Don't do it, Danny.
No, I'm not. So
enjoy it. Look at that lovely sunbeam across you. It's really nice. I've had to shut it out. I've just got the curtain.
I haven't got curtains here. And of course, there's a bit of moisture on the window, so it's refracting the light. So if I've got a bit of God light coming in, it's because of that. I would have a different lens and camera, a 1080p one. But Brexit's kind of thrown the curveball into the things on the import and export. Yes, it's currently stuck somewhere. It's on its way. It'll be with me later in the week, next week. Should have been with me last week, but right. Gemma Marie Bennett, talking about games. I've signed up to be a volunteer at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham next year. There's a countdown clock in Centenary Square. I hope it goes ahead. I should hope so. I should think so. And unless another virus comes out of left field. Bye, Dolly. Thank you. I can move myself now a bit better. And I'm sure it'll go ahead with the vaccinations. It'll be done by then. All the bills will be complete. Right. And people just chatting about
it's snowing.
Who says it's snowing?
Gabby Nia says it's snowing.
It is, isn't it?
Where?
Where are we? I don't think it will be where. Just abs. What's that? Abs. It's snow. What? Justin, abs, it's snowing flakes the size of a baby orca's head.
Probably and.
But baby orca, the most random of all metaphors. It's like baby orca's head, or similes, like, I guess. Who knows? World Cup of Parkrun Beauty. Yeah, so if I'm missing comments, guys, it's because they're coming in thick and fast and we're chatting about other things. World Cup of Parkrun Beauty, it was, we drew up the results yesterday. Bev and Helen Rees, again, big up to Bev and Helen Rees. They helped me compile the numbers. You'll never guess what got the most suggestions, but it doesn't mean that it wins. I will then do...
Was it Fountains Abbey? Because I did not vote. I was like, if I vote, people are going to think that I just did Fountains Abbey 100 times. No, didn't put anything in.
People who put the same answer in 3 times, I took out 2 of them. I just thought, no, that's just being silly. But Fountains Abbey, yeah, got the most suggestions.
I'm sure on a live that you said, put all 3 in if you like. If you like it to be the same, just put all 3 in.
Yeah, well,
I'm pretty sure you said that.
Yeah, I did. I take it back. I didn't mean it. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's going to be one of the 16. I'm not going to reveal the rest. I was rushing around this morning. I was going to hopefully try and bring up the sheet to show you, but I'll have to do that again once this finishes. Here I am. This is why. Oh, you're missing the pod, Danny. No, because I had to rush around doing things before we went live today. Contacted people for interviews for the pod and things. Trying to do the World Cup of Parkrun Beauty. What else was I doing? Shanty videos. I was trying to do the shanty videos. I wanted to put the shanty video into here, and StreamYard does not allow more than 100 meg. Oh no, it doesn't allow the AVI file, which I saved it as. And it's just technical craziness. One man media army.
Look at these comments about the weather. I'm intrigued. So we've got heat wave in Sydney, which is actually not amazing for running, is it? And then all the snow. Snow near Stuttgart, snow in Liverpool. It doesn't often snow in Liverpool, does it? Because of the coast.
It's true.
Snow in Birmingham.
Just noticed that nearly everyone has a top fan badge because you're all top fans. Who's saying snows is? Let's have a look. We've got snow we've got snow in South Birmingham too, smiley face. Snowing on and off in Liverpool. It's sunny. It was frosty this morning. Zahir says it's not snowing. And Barnaby Norman, hello Barnaby, it's not snowing here near Stuttgart. Oh, there you go. Okay.
I thought you were saying it was snowing there.
Ingrid, go away, Ingrid. Get off our feed. Here you are, coming in with your sunshine and your warmth and your.
What's her surname though, Danny?
Bother.
Very good.
Thanks. Sunny in York, says Ruth Robson. Yeah, lovely. Did you? I was about to say. I was going to ask you a question. I already know the answer. Are you going to go not park running? No. Have you got the intention to go out? Am I
going to go not park running? No. What do you mean?
Well, you didn't do it this morning. Are you going to go today? You've got your merch top on. Are you ready underneath? What have you got on your bottoms?
You're so mean. This is the first time I've gone live and done that like whole the pandemic thing of like I've got my jammies on. I've got my jammies. You see them? Oh, I can't get my leg any higher than that. So I'm, business up top, still ready for bed. No button. Thanks, Danny.
You're welcome.
But they're making me too hot. It's fleecy.
Okay.
Continue.
Thanks. Despite the weather and the lockdown, my wife and I can still go for an exciting date out in Stratford. We're off to the dump.
Oh, enjoy.
Have fun. No snow in Coventry, Antonio O'Brien. I have got my I can wear my trousers. I've got on my Adidas trousers. I can wear one of 3 trousers simply because they're the only ones that fit me.
That's good motivation, though. It's good motivation to lose weight. When your clothes stop fitting you, it's like, do you kick yourself out with a new wardrobe, or do you try and get back in your old clothes?
The latter, the absolute latter. I do not want to go and buy clothes, so then be motivated coming into the next year to then lose all the weight to find they're completely useless. So I just haven't. I don't think I've run this year. What's the date today?
Run.
Yeah, I don't think I've run. My motivation's gone.
Danny. So have you been out this morning for a walk, or you haven't been out yet?
Yeah, I went out for a walk up to church for a brief one. I didn't go as far as I wanted to. I'm in pain. I'm in a lot of pain. I've actually got a doctor's appointment for something else on Tuesday. I want to have something checked out, and I've been putting off seeing the doctor because, of course, everything that's going on with COVID. But I just am in pain.
If anyone has any concerns, you must go to the doctor. The GPs are still there, and they're doing an amazing job of appointments online. My brain's not working today. Phone appointments. And you can still go in for things. When we went into lockdown, I had a smear test book and someone was like, oh, that won't go ahead. Of course it does. All the services are still there. Please go to the doctor if you need to go to the doctor.
Yeah, no, absolutely, I do. I mean, Bevs is always on at me to do it too. So I mean, I get it. I get reminded all the time. Is your wire whacking against the mic by any chance?
Oh, sorry.
Thanks.
No.
Thank you, everybody. Feel I'm okay. Now, I just had a bit of I've got a few concerns and bits. Being a typical male, you put it off and you let things go. And you think, well, if I went to doctors and said this is this, you have this paranoia that the doctors just go dismiss, so it's not important and go away. And so you just leave it and hope it goes away.
No.
And I know, but it's a mentality because you have this. It's this weird overarching fear of like, oh, the GPs are busy, they're overrun, it's pressured. And you go, well, you evaluate yourself and go, well, I don't want to be part of that pressure. So you just let things go. And I know it's the worst thing to do. So I'm glad to have made the call and did the appointment. But honestly, trying to get that appointment was so difficult. They do an online service thing, and of course, trying to get through it, and you need to do this and phone this number and get this code or whatever. And I thought, I just want to call up. And when you do call up, they're like, oh, you should have called at 8 a.m. in the morning. We've got next appointment's only like a week down the line. And you're like, stress it gets you to the point of going, I don't want to sit on my phone for 20 minutes or have it on speakerphone waiting for it to be answered. I just won't bother.
Yeah, but there's nothing more important than health. So
yeah,
definitely worth the bother.
I just want to get. I would like to get fit again, but people keep saying go for a run; it'll make you better, and it's very hard to express it. It hurts when I run. It hurts when I walk. Anyway, and this is the thing is, I would happily go swimming. Swimming pools aren't open. I would go to a gym. Can't go to the gym, but that's excuses. I know you can do other things. We have weights and other bits and pieces, but I'm just really finding it hard to motivate myself. But I have the intention to do it, and I know weather has a big impact and will change things. So big up to everybody saying in the comments that please stop being stoic, Danny. Look after yourself. Do you have a telephone appointment? I have a telephone appointment, and then if I need to go and see them, then they will develop from there. So there you go. Right. Anything else on my list? What have I done? Contacted Laura, Strava, World Cup of Parkrun Beauty, the female record. What else did I want to talk about? There's something else I've forgotten. Can't remember. Downloads of the pods. Download the pods are going down. So what do you think in the comments, guys? Is it because I know you guys, I'm preaching to the converted.
It's everything going down, isn't it? It's across the board, and it's all podcast as well. So, I mean, I wouldn't worry about it, Danny. You just have to stop looking at the numbers and stop worrying so much. And do it for the reasons, like it's fun to do the podcast. So as long as we're having fun and we're putting stuff out and we're not upsetting anybody and people are finding value in it, then that's enough. Obviously, great if the numbers go up. But I'm behind on all my podcasts and I keep having to remind myself to go and listen to them all. It's definitely across all podcasts. I was listening to Free Weekly Times the other week and they were saying we're stopping the Free Weekly Hall of Fame, and it sounded like because they weren't hearing from people and that engagement had stopped. But I mean, our audience still engage lots with us. It's positive. You've got to start seeing more of the positives.
Stop bashing your mic. I will do. Where is your mic? Where is it?
I'm not today. I think I haven't changed the settings, so I think it's using the headphone mic. I think that's what the problem is. I should have logged on earlier. I know. Sorry.
It's hard. I said before with the numbers, I know, but it's very hard to want to invest the amount of time when people are just not watching. And I appreciate it because I feel I sat there and again in the comments, guys, let me know if you do this. I sit there and I want to watch something and I can get into it and my attention goes. I'm like, I can't focus on it. I can't. I just can't concentrate, and I'm finding it a little bit difficult. Everyone download the pod. I don't know. People just are really fraught and frustrated and anxious in the UK and a lot of other countries that are in this strange lockdown right now. What did you think of the 400 people that were in the school having the wedding? Did you see that yesterday?
No.
The
Tell
news
me.
came out. The 400 people had a wedding ceremony in a school. They boarded up the windows and the police went in. So they're potentially going to get a £10,000 fine. And people said, all we need to do in England is London. It was northeast London somewhere. And it was like...
That's just stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no words. There's no words.
It is no words because, of course, I'm paranoid about going around the shop to get some basic groceries. worried about
See,
everything.
I'm paranoid because I'm driving somewhere to exercise so that I'm not near people. The park here is ridiculous. I mean, I shared that video the other day, hundreds of people having snowball fights. It's not like that all the time, but you can't get around the park without getting in very close proximity to lots of people. And it's central Leeds. Lots of people won't have cars. So because I do, I'll drive further out. So me and Poppy can go for a walk or a bike ride or a run without seeing people. And I'm like, oh, am I allowed to drive? Am I allowed to drive? Why be that paranoid? And then there's people, what we're doing is we're making responsible decisions within using our common sense. And then there's people doing things like that.
Yeah. I have in my head about, like, if I need to go and get petrol for the car, I'm preparing my statement for the police if I get pulled over to be asked.
Yeah.
And I go to the shops and I've got mask and I take anti-bac stuff and I think I'm about before I touch the screen or open a door. And when you do the touch point screen or whatever, the self-service scan. And so then I do on my hand and I do my hand again, make sure everything I've touched out, it's all gone. And then you're right, exactly. And then I go out once, 2, 3 times a week or whatever. And that's it. And I'm worried and paranoid about it. Like I say, it's a paranoia.
See,
and then you hear.
My things, lots of days we go out twice a day because it's very hard to find an activity that will exercise me and Poppy at the same time, because obviously our abilities are very different. So Poppy might want to go out and run around the park or something, but that's not really exercise for me. So then later on, she might get on her bike so I can go and do a 5K run. And I'm like, oh, hope people don't say, are people watching us? Are they saying they're going out twice a day? And it's all nonsense.
Yeah.
But
there were lots of
level of paranoia and, really looking at the rules, and then people. Yeah.
The majority of people are vigilant. They really are vigilant, because you go around, you'll see everybody wearing the masks. And the fact is, we're just having that constant ticking over because of the people that aren't doing that. And somebody pointed out that when a £10,000 fine between 400 people, I worked out at 25 quid. That's quite a cheap wedding, all in all, really, if I wanted to do that.
Surely they'll get fined more than that, though, won't they? Surely. And wouldn't each person there, wouldn't they get a £200 fine at least?
They only did about 4 or 5 people. They only got about 4 or 5 people with the immediate fines. Lots of people scattered and ran, apparently, as well. Anyway, meanwhile, we're talking about the podcast downloads. Elizabeth Shazam, Emma Shaw saying download the pod even if you can't listen right now. Podcasts are my main form of company. Hello, Elizabeth, and we're here for you. We're going to be here for you all the way. Carl Fleming, the downloads will be stronger than ever after the pause. I hope so, Carl. Hope so. Just leaving and a base or creating a base ready for when it all comes back. I think the first one back when we go live. I think I'd like to go live with my gimbal and walk around at the first park run back, and we'll need someone piloting, so I might ask the peeps over in Australia if they want to watch us come back, if they'd do that for us. Ingrid, both are with me now as a podcast. They always download to run to, followed by Parkrun Adventurers. Big up to Parkrun Adventurers. Alan McDougall, I'm listening to more pods than ever. Listen to them while I'm working. Yeah, that's the thing, my ability to concentrate while writing things. Danny, you do need a break, I think. Yeah, I will do. I'll give myself a break at some point.
We can't forget that it is approaching a year since no park run. That's a long time. So credit to you for continuing to do this, and the third lockdown, to provide content for all that time.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, especially when you don't have that reward of the endorphins of park run. And I'm missing races like that. In that same way that I'm missing park run, that I need that external motivation. I need that thing to go. I want to win things, not park run. We can't run a park run. I miss races. I miss that motivation. So be kind to yourself. Be kind and appreciate what's happening, and always put it in context.
Yep, fair enough. Yeah, I agree. I'm trying to teach myself video editing. I used to do video editing, and now I've got Premiere Pro again, and I'm starting to teach myself it again, remind myself as to what to do. I know how to do video things and recording. And the videos that have come out with Helen's music, I've been using that as a template to then put the wording on how to do all that sort of thing, photoshopping the pictures of Dolly and Mark with the pirate stuff on. So I want to try and invest time into that, as well as try and do everything else that's extracurricular on top of it all. So I'm enjoying it, keeping myself busy. It's just sometimes it feels like too much. I think I'm trying to make myself do too much all at once, because when we do come back, it's going to be extra hyper busy. Right, won't keep you much longer, guys. We're going to go shortly, but a few more comments to bring up. Stuart Brownwood, Gabby Nia just said, then please don't take the pod away. My attention span is microscopic since lockdown 2. Found work really hard. What are we? I'm trying to go through comments. Some are chatting to each other, and others are actual comments for us. I'm like that some days at work, Danny. Very hard to focus and so easily distracted. Yeah, that's what I think. We have the ability to grab our phones too easily and doom scroll, don't we? We do that quite often. Twitter's very bad for that. With me now is my new parkrun constant, says Karen Spackman. I honestly don't know how I would have got through this week without all the positivity and laughs from the community. Yeah, and she loves the shanty videos. That has been, I don't think they've been seen by enough people. They're only 30 seconds long. I think that yeah, just they're so simple but effective. And when we hear them, when Helen lets us hear them in the WhatsApp group that we have, I just go, this is brilliant.
They're amazing, aren't they? What's the man's name who did the original, the Wellerman sea shanty on TikTok?
Oh, I don't know, but
I can't remember his name. But yeah, he was on the news because I was like, Alexa, BBC News. And this morning she was telling me about him, that he's left his job and he's signed with the biggest recording label in the world. And yeah.
Scottish postman Nathan Evans. Yeah, so he's been doing stuff. Yes, he's given up. Yeah, was it postman? His postal job. He's going to be focusing on music, and he's also been doing music for a long time. He's got a YouTube channel, and he, as a young lad, was doing some stuff. I think he started about 8 years ago, and a few more videos a couple of years later. And he's just done a few, and then vroom, risen. So he's been sitting there waiting patiently, and yeah, absolutely. Viral. Credit to him, good luck to him. Amazing. I love stuff like that when people work really hard behind the scenes. They suddenly get their uplift. Something just happens overnight. It's a little bit of luck, a little stroke. Somebody picks it up and it just has that platform. A little bit like Among Us, the video game. It's going on behind the scenes. The company have been doing things for years, and all suddenly somebody picks it up and boom, off they go, and it changes the world. It changes their world as well as ours. Definitely. So yeah, I love reading stories like that.
Poppy and I had to have a big discussion about it though, because the song, the Wellerman Sea Shanty, is about whaling, isn't it? Yeah. So we had a massive discussion about it. No, but it's historical. So you know.
Oh yeah, it's historical.
That was our homeschooling. You know, I love it when you can make it relevant.
It's historical, absolutely. The fact that, sorry, I'm just moving Dolly for. It's historical to the point that we suck sometimes as a species. That's how we've treated nature over the decades, centuries, millennia. But again, whaling, there's a lot more stuff in place to stop that now. What did I see the other day? Fantastic news that one of the wildlife parks in Africa, the elephant numbers are booming in this particular wildlife park, which is fantastic to see. There is a lot of positivity out there. I know there's bad news sometimes, but sometimes there's some amazing things. Gemma Marie Bennett gets the fact that about the feeling of doing things. 50-mile challenge barely touched it. I wanted to lose a particular amount of weight. I better get back on that again. Some people feeling similar.
You should try no sugar, Danny. You should try it.
I don't know if I could do that.
Go on. Right. It's a good challenge, though. It's a good challenge, but you have to tell everyone you're doing it so that you feel accountable. Do it, do it. Just checking the numbers.
Numbers are going to start to go down because we've been going on a bit longer than usual. Lucy Maris, I live on my own. I'm not in a bubble. I'd be lost without With Me Now community and podcast. Think of it as a survival pod from which a parkrun world can regenerate in the future. It will be a world of post boxes, yellow hearts, sea shanties, and happy memories and future plans. It's going to be great. Stacey Marston, people doing that are in the minority. I believe that people are good. Who said that? No, absolutely. Amen, Stacey, because it's easy for the news to pick out the 99 good things and the one bad story is the one that stands out like a sore thumb. Yeah, that's the basis of most news stories. Tony Mallin, I spend a lot of time on my own, often going a week without seeing another adult. Your lives are, in short, often the only social interaction I'll get in a day. That's why I'm so engaged. Thank you, Tony. John Allen, yes, Danny, don't know how we used to cope with live television. The number of times I used the rewind button when streaming because my attention lapsed and I've missed a bit. Netflix has all the data about people's habits of stuff. I would love to see my data as to how many times I've paused things in Netflix because you suddenly go, I'm going to get a packet of crisps, so I'm going to do that, or that's bugging me, or that needs to be picked up or tidied. I watch programs in micro chapters,
mini chunks,
mini chunks. Yeah, absolutely. Thank goodness for the ability to pause it all. Right
now, you just know a bit like what parenting is like. That's like my life, but not through choice. I'm like, I can't get through it.
Our numbers have gone up for the live viewing. So while we've got people with us, I want to say that well, after this comment from Laura, I've got OCD stemmed from a phobia. I feel so much calmer at the moment knowing people are being a little most cleaner. I mean, my hands are still raw as anything. Did you see a video on Twitter yesterday that I retweeted it? The babies born in 2020, because they're watching, or was it 2019, 2020? They're watching the adults do the hand sanitizing. There's videos from around the world of little ones going up to random things in the street that's at their head height that looks like a rectangle. It could be like a light switch or something, and they're putting their hand on it and afterwards doing that and walking away. So that's really cool. Yeah,
that's really sweet. Although I really hope that like people are letting their babies get dirty, because otherwise we're going to have another generation of then kids that have been exposed to environments that are too clean, and we need some dirt to develop our immune systems. So, life is one big worry, isn't it? You have to switch off these little voices and find ways to manage your fears.
Yep. Laura Bird, I was in Costco yesterday, told a woman to put a mask on correctly around her neck. She turned around, told me to mind my ouch. Yeah, the under noses, the non-wearers, the partial wearers, the boundary pushers. Absolutely. So I touched upon something on Twitter earlier, and I said, do people feel judged about having children or not? And it's interesting, the replies, majority, if you were to gather them all up as a cross-section.
What do you mean? Do people feel judged having children?
Sorry, do you feel judged by not having children, I should say? Just a random question I put out there. Because I find that if you do certain things to do, using... kid posts generally on social media, because you look at what is engaged with or not. If you do like, my child did this, a lot of time children can be used as like grabbers, if that makes sense. Kids are a win. If you go through, like, cats are often a win and dogs are often a win and children are often a win on social media. And so people often go, this is my child. And they go, oh, it's amazing, lovely, whatever. And sometimes you think, okay, I don't have a child. And then you feel a little bit left out or whatever.
Dolly is your child.
She is my white floof. But I also thought, is that a wider thing? That are people feeling judged? They do certain things, they go about their business, they talk about what they do, and it's not engaged so highly. But also I think it stems from other things that people might look at you and think, okay, why have they not had children by this particular point? And I asked online and Twitter, have you ever felt judged by not having kids? And it's amazing to see. I got some male reactions going, nope, never. Almost the way that it wasn't toned that way, but you read it, go, nope, never been told. Women, yes, all the time. Why have you not had kids yet? When are you going to have them? It's a blessing. It's a gift. When am I going to get grandkids? And you're like, wow.
Pressure, social pressure.
That needs to, that's a cultural thing that needs to stop. We were talking about subjects. Yep. This sunlight is really making me, hang on a minute, go away. It's making it difficult for the camera lens. But yeah, I want to touch upon it very briefly, that it's like, that is when we talk about taboo subjects about miscarriages and things. That's another thing which lines up with it, because of course one of the guys replied back and said we've had a miscarriage, and when people ask that question they don't realize what a raw nerve it touches. And you're like, and also infertility rates and everything else. I think, yeah, we've still got a way to go. That's going to be the next thing in the years to come about. We need to remove this thing about, stop asking people when they're going to have kids. We've always got this thing about, population density is too high, too many people are having children. When people choose not to have them, it's their choice. Get off their backs. Anyway, I know it's a bit tenuous in the link in terms of social media engagement.
Yeah, that seemed totally random, but that was quite interesting.
But it was a subject matter that I wanted to speak about and talk about. And I know that people do.
But I think it will be a question that people ask women more than they ask men. So it is a social pressure felt by women that isn't felt by men. I think that's genuine. But I think that's tied in with, women in society in general. And until we've got complete equality, then.
Exactly. This is the thing. I just found it interesting from an equality point of view. Women blatantly suffer that pressure a heck of a lot more than the men, and that needs, again, we've still got a few things to go. I tied it in terms of, I just put pieces together, and I just wanted to ask, and I just thought it'd be an interesting subject matter. This Dolly fur, I'm just gonna hoover her. She's right there. I'm gonna grab her. I'm gonna hoover her, and then it will take it all off. Anyway, right. A couple of comments before we go. All right. Hopefully you've enjoyed our parkfaff. Thank you for joining us. We've had a big audience throughout this all the way through. When me and hubby got married, suddenly the question came out for us: when you're having kids, surrogacy, adoption, fostering seems to be a societal presumption. Of course, not just for females either, also for male couples too. And then I don't know why people feel they have the right to ask these kind of questions, as Rachel Bentley. I think it's a hangover from generations past. It is, and I can understand and appreciate. I mean, I've never had it. I've never had it from my mother. Credit if she's watching this now. She does have a grandchild from my sister, but she's never asked or pressured me. But I do know that some family members.
About reconditioning. We need to recondition ourselves in the same way that when you see a little girl in a dress and she looks really pretty, and we say, "Oh, you look lovely. I love your dress," rather than "What adventures are you going to have today?" And those are the questions that boys get. When, you know, we all do it. And even though I'm fully aware of it, it's very hard. You have to have a total awareness and then put lots of effort into it to change it. But it's totally worth doing. So,
absolutely. Carrie DeSalvo, I'm 35. Met my Italian husband when I was 18. Excuse me, the coffee's coming back now. I always, Nicola has this a lot. Well, you notice when we record the podcast, don't you, that if I've eaten like crisps like 30 minutes before, it just makes me gaseous. Anyway, married for 7 years now. Have been asked ever since we got married when we're going to have kids. We don't plan to have them, and people always seem surprised and ask why, like I should be having them. Yeah, absolutely. Quite a few more comments along those lines. Linda Bussy, she has a grand dolly. Yeah, my mum has a grand dolly. She does indeed. And speak of the devil, dolly hair is floating all over your shoulders. Yeah, I've just hoovered in it. It's like the war. It's a war against the fur. Right.
Who mentioned whether people have the right to ask these questions or not? I quite want to ask Danny whether you want kids or not now.
Zahir Mahmood, thanks, Danny, Nidge, and everyone else. See you all again soon.
Right,
time to go. I haven't answered that question, but I'm not giving it to you. And
okay, are you giving it to me as soon as we stop the recording?
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
There you go. Right. Take care, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Have a lovely day. Go out and enjoy the sunshine or the snow, wherever you are. Thank you to Nicola for joining me. Once again, we might be going live, hopefully, with the new ladies, should say female world record holder, Lauren Reed, at some point. So that's great. And that's a positive. Parkrun may not be happening here, but we know it's going on. And what a lovely thing to wake up to news-wise. You go to sleep, you wake up, and then coming out from Australia is the fact that some people have been whizzing around parkrun courses at super speed. So big up the love hearts. Don't forget to smash the like button if you're watching us on YouTube and on the Facebooks and everything. Do you know what? Chuck a couple of angry faces. I'm going to do one of the lives next week. You're only allowed to do an angry face. So if we get 50 angry faces, when someone strays onto our page and looks at this video, go, why is everybody angry? They're going to get pulled into that and then want to watch it. And they're like, I don't understand why. Muck around with the buttons. Absolutely. Right. Take care, everyone. Love you all. See you.
Enjoy your weekend. Bye.
I'm now going to answer the question for Nicola. Ta-ra. Bye.